I don't know who needs to hear this, but James Gunn's Superman is terrible. That little teaser trailer thing that we got a few weeks ago, I was gonna make a video on it, but I decided not to because I know you guys think I make rage bait videos, but I do just like to give my opinion on these things, man. But I said it in a previous video that James Gunn's Superman, or anything James Gunn does, will not save DC, okay? We seen the lineup, we seen the behind the scenes, we seen the costume, everything just screams this is gonna be awful. The main actor who's playing Superman does not look like Superman. I don't know what that is. He's not buff enough. He's not wide, big back, shouldered. He doesn't have the body. You don't look at him and think Superman. That hug in the teaser to me looked really gay. And two, I believe the movie is called Superman Legacy, which I don't know why. And then the way it seemed like is that the Justice League and all that is already like established. I think the lineup is also really weird when you got characters like Hawkgirl, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, who's the best looking one in the movie, it seems. We clearly can get comic accurate costumes and they just pick and choose. I mean, I don't know why Superman looks like that. They want to get rid of the S for some reason, even though it's the most classic thing that is recognizable with Superman. I don't care if they're inspired by the Kingdom Come story. This isn't the Kingdom Come story. I like the Kingdom Come story. I recently read it. It's fantastic, but it's not even the Kingdom Come Superman. That one was actually like, again, he was buff and he looked photorealistic and we can't even get that. Also, again, with James Gunn and just his overall storytelling style, you know, we got the worst Green Lantern imaginable. We got Guy Gardner because, you know, James Gunn's shtick is always, okay, how can I get the most irregular, morally gray superheroes in quotation? How can I get people that nobody knows about so I can do whatever I want with them? And that's all he does, okay? It worked for the Guardians, sure, I'll give him that. I really enjoyed the first two films. I did not like the third movie. I enjoyed Suicide Squad 1, kind of, and I enjoyed Suicide Squad 2, although I don't remember either of the films. Going back to Mr. Terrific, again, he looks great, much like Hawkman looked great in Black Adam, which Black Adam was also really bad. Even though that wasn't James Gunn, again, you know, Black Adam, well, actually, pretty much everybody looked good in Black Adam, except Black Adam and that Typhoon chick. But I seen the new thing they posted today for Superman, where like you see like him flying. I mean, I don't know what that was, because again, the teaser as well, first time we see his Superman, he's down on the ground bleeding. Like, wow, how inspiring is that? You know, it's all about symbolism, right? And I don't know who the villain is. I thought it was gonna be Lobo because there was talks about Jason Momoa, Aquaman, joining the new DC, and that he said recently in a, or not recently, but he said a little bit after Aquaman 2, or maybe a little bit before it, that he can also play villains. And I mean, the first thing I thought was he's probably gonna play Lobo. And then based on what we've seen in Fast and Furious, I saw the Joker and I saw a little bit of Lobo. So, but unfortunately though, we got word that he's playing Lobo in the Supergirl movie. And it's like, wow, we just can't have nothing good. We can't get Lobo with Superman. I don't know who the villain is for Superman. Oh, Lex Luthor looks terrible. He's just super white. And he's bald, but I don't know who that actor is, but he looks like the last one. Who was it? Jesse Eisenberg. He looks like the exact same guy. So I don't know why James Gunn thought that would be a good idea. And Lex Luthor, I don't think that he's white. Every depiction we see him, he's like colored a little bit more tan. And they got the whitest of white individual to play Lex Luthor. And he doesn't come off as striking. He's kind of frail in stature, and Lex Luthor should be somebody who looks almost like Superman, right? He's very wide shouldered and you know, he's a force to be reckoned with. That guy does not look like a force that Superman would even go up against. Oh, also too, before I forget, like I said, none of the actors look good. Lois Lane looks terrible. I seen Cat Grant might be in it. Don't know too much about her, but I mean, if we're going off of like the Supergirl show, I actually like that version of Cat Grant. Nobody in the cast, the lineup looks good at all. And again, the lineup is so weird, especially Guy Gardner, man. Like, I think if like I would have removed anybody from the actual lineup, it would be Guy Gardner. And the costumes, I mean, Hawkgirls is probably the worst next to Guy Gardner. And it's just a mess, man. It's nice that we got Crypto, but Crypto again has a look already. I don't know why the dog was based off of James Gunn. That's because this is a James Gunn movie. Like, that's really the bottom line, is that James Gunn cannot separate himself from his works. Like, it has to be like we're watching a James Gunn documentary. Like, James Gunn cannot do superheroes. We constantly just watch James Gunn's life. We have James Gunn's dog next to James Gunn in a Superman costume, and he's kissing James Gunn's sister, and it's it's just too much. Okay, I don't know why they thought that James Gunn would save DC. I don't know why these quote-unquote fans think that James Gunn will save DC. James Gunn can only make movies about himself. James Gunn cannot step outside of himself to make these films and make something that is truly spectacular. And we have previous iterations to go off of. I'm not a Zack Snyder fan. I'm not necessarily a Henry Cavill fan in the Superman costume, but it is 1,000 times better than whatever James Gunn is producing. It is terrible what they are trying to do, doing, and whatever they're going to do after. We got Wonder Woman, Game of Thrones. We got Batman with Damian Wayne. Why Damian Wayne? Because again, James Gunn could just do whatever he wants. Because if you aren't familiar with any of the Robins, Damian Wayne is the worst Robin. He's going to be going back and forth with Batman. It's going to just be the same James Gunn thing over and over and over again. James Gunn cannot do anything different. That's why I don't think that these movies are going to be good.